So I've been recording for about hour, maybe hour and a half. Finished almost everything. Yeah, problem is the audio didn't record, or it did on top of a previous episode, so I had to do some stuff, and thankfully I was able to recover the previous episode, but I wasn't able to recover this one. And I also erased the save, obviously. Anyway, point is I missed 2 social links. Yeah. So Alisa complains about her mother. We went into her room, and where she found a picture of her mother, her dad, and her. She was like, "Oh my god, my mom cares! I can't believe it!" Okay, and Alfin is being Alfin, let's just say. Nothing special happened there. Okay, so let's just keep going left to right. Plaza, weapon shop, anywhere. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna keep going. Social links left to right. So Marcus, then I think it's Juices? I don't remember. Where is he again? Is that him? Nope. Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh damn, this map is really convenient. I just wish there was a world map. Like seriously, having all the social links appear here. Like there's Marcus, there is someone else. I can't see anyone else. God damn it.
I'll bet that taking a look around where Institute of Technology is on. It's practically the premier technical university in the country, so I think any time I spend there will be to my benefit.
Yeah, I would imagine so. We did go inside during our field study, but that was just for Professor Schmidt's request, so we didn't explore much. Still, it's very like you to make a break for the nearest school when we finally get a little time to rest.
Well, if there's something I can only see while we're here, why wouldn't I? Maybe you should do the same. No better way to lift your spirits than to get your mind off of what's been getting them down.
I'll keep it in mind, thanks. Maybe he's right. Checking out the institute probably would cheer me up. Yeah, I think you're onto something here. Would it be okay if I tagged along?
Of course, I was kinda hoping you would. Shall we?
Sure. And there we go. We gotta be racing cars.
Wow.
What was that?
Sorry about that, guys. Hey, I recognize you too.
You guys came here on a field study one time with your other classmates, right?
Hit the nail on the head, but...
Mind explaining what those 2 tiny cars are? Actually, I think I remember seeing them during a field study too.
These babies, they have a new kind of toy that we're developing. We're calling them orbital remote control cars.
They're basically little cars with run on orbital power that you can drive around with those radio frequency control devices. With things settling down here in Ruhr, we're up to test our new and improved ones all around town. That's some impressive technology. You've replicated the look of the Reinforce Company looks line of vehicles very well too.
Oh, do you recognize them, Marcus?
With a number of cars on the roads of Heimdall, you start to recognize different models after a while. So I eventually decided to start doing some research into what each one had to offer. The Lux series was one of the ones that I found myself particularly fond of, so its name stuck in my mind.
Now what's a man of taste?
We can appreciate the beauty of these babies. You're gonna go far in life. Actually, you're just the kind of guy that would like to give this thing a little test run.
Are you serious?
As serious as we've ever been. We want as many people playing with these things as possible, right? Well, actually, it'd be great if you could grab another friend too.
And we're gonna grab Juice.
3 people racing against each other wouldn't just be awesome, but would also provide with some valuable data. Well, in that case, we'd be happy to play with your cars for you. And I already know who our third will be, though I'd hardly call him a friend.
Wait, you're not thinking of... And I immediately called it. The first time I did this, yeah. Juice. Yep, he was.
Of all the things you could summon me out of a blue for at a car race, still, it's not as though I have anything better to do. I accept your challenge.
Okay, I don't think microphone picks it up. I was worried about that.
Smile while you still can. I expect you to give it your all too, Rian.
Okay, if you insist.
Well, now that you know the controls, course will take you from here, round to front of the RF building, and to the top of the steps over near F.
You're going to have to chase after your cars though, since orbital waves have limited range. Well, then shall we get started? Take your positions.
Ready, set, go!
You're not chasing after them. The cars left the starting line and the race of a century began, with three of them chased furiously after their cars, struggling to adjust to unfamiliar controls. And as they finally neared the finish line, Juices and Marcus hit their competitive streak, each one desperate to claim victory.
Yeah, get the hell out of my way! Kneel before me, fool!
Guys, calm down a bit or you're gonna... Oh.
Impossible!
We have a winner.
In the first place, Sven Schwarzer.
Seriously?
It was like a neck race, but once we crashed their cars, Juice and Marcus didn't stand a chance. Looks like you got a bit carried away at the wheel there, fellas. That was careless of me. This is just completely ridiculous.
But you get some fantastic data thanks to you three.
We'll have to get back to the lab.
To start brainstorming improvements right away. Great work, you guys, thanks.
Race complete, Juices went back to whatever he was doing, and the researchers skipped off gleefully to Institute. I just imagine two grown men just skipping to Institute. I didn't expect it would end up being such a big thing.
I'm a little frustrated that I didn't manage to come in first. But if the whole thing cheered you up, I'd say that was well worth doing.
Thanks, Marcus, that means a lot.
Hey, no need to make a big deal out of it. On a more pragmatic note, I can see something like toy cars becoming very successful during wartime. Just another reason for us to fight for peace, I suppose.
Yeah, that's a fight I'm sure we'll win. Besides, if these things ever make it to market, we can have another race.
Sounds good to me. Next time I'm taking Juices down.
Maybe we should do a Russian accent for him. To differentiate him from Juice. If there's one thing I can do, that's a Russian accent. Yeah.
And this.
Okay, so... where to next? Oh, Gaius, yeah. Gaius, whatever. Let's see... okay, so I guess there's no closer place to quick travel to. Alright. He will be right at the gate. We're gonna go fishing. And thankfully I don't actually have to fish. It's just a cutscene. Hey guys, are you heavy bound? That's right. I figured I might head out and fish for a while to pass the time. One of Gwen's favorite fishing holes is supposed to be out here, so I thought I'd give it a try myself. Oh yeah, I know that one. It's not far from where our boat first landed. How do you know that? Just be careful though, the monsters have gotten a lot tougher when Gwen used to fish out there. Oh, I will. Don't worry about me. In fact, you shouldn't be worried about anything at all. Take some time to distress yourself while you've got it. Everyone has times, but they just need to open a window and let some fresh air into their lives. I'll give it a try, thanks. Maybe fishing with Gaius would let me open that window he mentioned. Gaius... How about we fish together? It's a good enough way for me to unwind. For you to unwind, it's good enough for me. That's what I like to hear. Gaius... I need to hear how he's pronounced again. Didn't Gaius then made a beeline to Gwen's old fishing spot on the Spiny By Road. Once we made it there, the two of them got to fishing. Right to fishing. Feels like ages since I just put my cast to the side for a while and cast out a line like this. Yeah, ever since the war started, we had no shortage of things to be worried about. It's probably healthy for us to take the opportunity to unwind every now and then. Yeah, even now I'm feeling all the built-up tension just kind of soften and melt away. Did you fish much back home? I got in some good rod in real time, sure, hardly as much as Gwen now. He used to take me out on his boat to fish, especially when he could tell I was feeling down about something. Huh? Really? You always seem so composed. I guess I just assumed that nothing ever really got to you like that. Man, that's really embarrassing to admit. We've all got our worries.
Don't fret about it. Sure, I feel down sometimes, but it always passes in time. Back home, I was always surrounded by people who cared about me. Mom, Dad, my siblings, neighbors in the settlement. Whenever I started feeling down, they were there to cheer me up. And I always tried to do what I could to be there for them in the same way.
That sounds like a good life. And that's how you became a dependable guy as we all look up to.
Well, I don't know if I'd go that far. Still, I'd like to think that if there's anything you need, you'll always be able to rely on me. This class would never come as far as we did, as we have if we hadn't supported each other along the way.
Yeah, I'm reading some words around, but yeah, the general idea is the same. You're right about that. I'll make sure to keep it in mind. And now wolves come.
Monsters! Damn, we might have noticed them earlier if we'd been paying more attention. This reminds me back when I rescued Lieutenant General Vander a year ago. But at least that time, I had a horse.
Well, this time you've got me. Don't expect to ride me though.
True, together we can take them.
Joined with their weapons, Greed and Gaius fought valiantly against a horde of monsters. Despite being vastly outnumbered, they triumphed by making the most of each other's strengths in combat.
Well, I'd say we managed to beat the odds, would you?
See? You are dependable, just like I said.
It takes two to cover each other's backs. And whenever you need me, I'll have yours.
Likewise. The battle won, they made their way back to Ruhr. Alright. If I remember correctly, there's gonna be Tolvain here. Oh yeah, there's also a side quest where you get a couple of people and you have a really lengthy dialogue. Hi Irene. Hey there. Glad to see you taking it easy. You've earned it. Right back at you, Angelica. Are you taking a break together then? We certainly are. Nothing makes me happier than spending some quality time with my dear, sweet Tova. Church is advanced it too, so it's just the two of us. And it's about time I whisk her off into our own private little world. Mate, could you please go away? No, Angie, stop! You really haven't changed a bit. But in a weird way I've missed this. Now we just need Crow. Yeah. Our crew won't be complete until we drag his ass back home, kicking and screaming. Maybe I should ask to join them since I'm here and all.
Oh yeah, that's the plan.
Hey, would you ladies mind if I joined you? Not at all. I guess we'll have to pay for you since you're the bright-eyed first year. That was difficult to say. This really is relaxing. The tea here is nice for a working class diner, isn't it? I've always been fond of this place. Always used to sneak out of a mansion for some booze. I mean to relax like a sweet and innocent young maiden. Angie, you aren't supposed to be drinking alcohol. Forgive me, my dear. Still, it feels like it's been ages since we were last being able to sit and talk like this. Settling things with my father paid off. It really has been too long. Yeah, it has. Hold on, your hair's looking a little disheveled, Toa. What? It is? Well, if it makes sense what it might, I guess. Ever since I started wearing the captain's hat, I haven't been paying much attention. That won't do at all. Your hair is so long and beautiful, you need to take better care of it. I know, why don't I comb it for you? Oh, would you mind? It's been so long since you last did it. I kinda miss it. They're so close, it's adorable. I wonder if I'm breathing into the microphone too much, I can't really tell. I should do a trick. Huh, wow. It's kinda strange seeing you with your hair down, but I've gotta admit, it really suits you. You think? She looks surprisingly mature when she has her hair down, doesn't she? Cuteness and maturity, the best of both worlds. She's such a queen. Okay, that's enough. Angie, can I have my ribbon back? Nope, not yet. This is my chance to try all kinds of fun things with your hair. I've got a collection of ribbons stored away for the next time I've got to play with you like this. Stay right here, well, while I go get them. Hold on a minute. Too late. She's unbelievable. I don't know, Tova. There's no harm in spending time like this together once in a while. When you think about it, these are the kind of peaceful moments we're fighting to return to. That's true enough. Angie and I were recently talking about how things would have been if the war hadn't started. If we were still at the academy, our time there would be rapidly coming to an end. The second year, so this is the time we really need to be thinking about what to do after graduation. Oh yeah. Have you been able to give that any thought? Yeah, I'm okay. I'm fortunate enough to have received offers from all kinds of organizations and ministries. Church has gotten them from research facilities and institutes all across the country. And Angie seems to have a lot on her mind about what to do too, what with her family and all. I've got my work cut out for me if I hope to be in as good of a position as you guys when I graduate. You are still a first year, so I wouldn't sweat if I were you. You've still got plenty of time. To tell you the truth though, I think the war has made all of us more unsure of what to do. Even assuming when it does end, we're able to go back to our lives like they were before. Oh god, that's so complicated, difficult to say. I feel like we have a duty to think about this country's future. Just picking some career off a list isn't good enough. I'm amazed you're thinking on such a grand scale. Personally, I think like I've got my hands full just thinking about my own future. I really can't compare. That's not true at all. I think it's only because of you that we are able to see things like this. Sorry? Well, your class is a source of hope for all of us. It's only because we've got that hope that we can believe in, that we can even think of what to do when the war is over. As long as you're out there fighting to bring it to an end, we can all believe that end will really come. So, let's keep fighting together, okay? We'll be able to save Angie. I'm sure we can do anything else we put our minds to. You think so? What am I even saying? Of course we can. I feel a lot better now, too, thanks. Glad I could help. Oh, did I miss something? Oh, you're back. If you wanted to enjoy a date with my little Tova, you should have asked Reen. You're the only man I'd even think of entrusting her to. I would have helped set things up nice and smooth. What are you talking about, Angie? Angelica made her way over to the table and went right to work, trying an obscene number of cute ribbons on Tova. Reen casually sat back and enjoyed his cup of tea, every once in a while cracking a warm smile at an increasingly flustered Tova. I like that, well, it's not one sentence, but still. Alright, so, yeah, one thing which everyone should know about these games is the fact that you always should check the vendors. Because of stuff like this.
Why do I have to do this? I want to pay me with Mira. What kind of a job pays with books? Don't even like books. Here, you take it off my hands.
And then there's also the fact that you can buy food which you can't buy anywhere else. It always happens. Anyway, yeah, if you want to be completionist, just always check the vendors. Sometimes random NPCs also give you books, but yeah, it's a pain to always do that. Okay, so let's just keep going in this direction, and next I was talking to Juice. Right there. First I want to check the side quest though. Cause I kinda skipped through all of this last time. Hey. Oh, hello, Reen. Oh, hello, Reen. Can we not do this just for today? I feel like I should just wear a shirt that says I'm sorry about her or something. Oh, come on. I'm just having a bit of fun with my two best pals. Besides, it's been so long since we've seen each other, but she probably misses all the teasing. Really? I'm just so happy to see you again. I was so worried this whole time. I never should have left you alone like that. You must have been really scared. I'm so sorry. Sorry. I should be the one saying all that. Oh no, here come the tears. You're such a tiny Linda. Well, there. It's great to see the two of you back together again. Reed, we love you so much. We might not even have seen each other again if it weren't for Class 7 and the Courageous. Now it's time for me to return the favor by joining the crew and doing all I can to help out. You better. Since I'm gonna be spicing up your lives as a ship's sexiness officer. That's not I don't think any airship, that's nothing, never mind. I know you're trying to joke to cover up the fact that you're crying, but it's really not working. Boo. Fine, let's just get on that ship. Follow me, I'll show you the way. Alright then. Thanks again, Rian. We'll see you later, okay? See you on board. Alright, so I kinda missed all of that last time. Let's see what you got. 99... 99, 99, 99, 99... Up, 0. There we go. Okay. And I think there was some kind of medal or something I could have bought. I don't remember when I did that though. Oh, I also did ammo. Ah, goddamn, so many things I did last time. Oh, and melee. Ah, I remember all those events. Juice was actually the last one. Ah, crap.
I'll be heading out shopping soon. From our perspective, causing one of the 4 great houses to withdraw from a war is a momentous achievement. But from my brothers, it's likely all within the realm of expectations. I doubt we've caused him a moment's hesitation. The only thing it's done is reclassify us as a more of a threat, so we'll need to be more careful whenever we fly around.
Yikes. Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Still, I would not advise becoming so cautious when we're unable to get anything done. But that's a thought for another time. Right now you should focus on taking some time to unwind.
I think I will, thanks, Juice. Resting up wouldn't be so bad, but maybe I should join him in his shopping. Could I join you? Honestly, shopping for supplies sounds like it could relieve stress just as well as a nap.
Do what you will. My first stop is Era Farms.
Are you really going to use all these whetstones on your sword? And how much reinforcement tape does it hilt need?
Better to be too well prepared when found wanting in a pinch, particularly with the future as uncertain as it is. I would expect my father is already aware of what happened here in Northshire. Knowing him, he's probably already preparing to retaliate.
Maybe you're right, especially with him working on assaulted like these for his own personal use.
Which is why we prepare ourselves as best we can for whatever lies ahead. Speaking of, I still have a number of things to buy, including a book of what the war managed to delay. Come, we're going to the general store.
Okay, sure. It's starting to pick up a lot now. Think we're going to be able to carry all of this back to a ship?
Ha! We aren't doing anything. You are.
What?
Hurry and take this to a counter. We don't have all day.
Police is outside. With sirens going off. What the hell is going on? Jesus. I think my arms are starting to go dead. How do you end up getting me to carry all of this for you? I mean, I could have said no, but still.
Come now. You wouldn't make me waste my strength with such a heavy load, would ya? Besides, given all the time you spent assisting student council, I'd imagine you're used to menial tasks like this. Just pretend I'm Tova. I doubt you ever gave her any guff, no?
There's a mental image I wasn't prepared for.
But when leaving your mind free to focus on burdens you need not shoulder. Come along now.
Wait, is he trying to keep me busy so I don't have the time to think about what happened yesterday? That's really nice of him in a cold off-putting juices kind of way. But even so, I'm grateful. Reinvigorated by Juice's awkward show of silence, Rin carried his baggage from shop to shop without a single word of complaint. The two spent a long time in each shop they visited, scanning the shelves and putting more and more onto poor Rin's pile. While the experience was exhausting, it didn't take his mind off of his worries. I get what he's trying to do, but I don't know how much more of this my arms can take. Come on, Justice, you can at least take something, anything. Jesus, is something in that magazine catch your eye? What is that? It's not the Imperial Chronicle.
Look for yourself.
The Noble Alliance marches to victory. The glorious Noble Alliance led by Duke Cayenne and Chief of Staff Rufus Albaria continues their victorious streak. The quest to carry the country into a new, brighter future feels all the more complete with each new success. And it should only be a matter of time before the foolish Imperial army is eradicated once and for all. Well, this is quite an article. Looks like they're going for the unbiased approach, are we?
Of course not. I imagine the writers are just as much under the Alliance as Farm as well as the Imperial Chronicle. They're trying to manipulate public perception of the Alliance in preparation for their rule after the war is won. Both Duke Cayenne and my brother are thinking of not only how to win the war, but to have control of Erebonia afterwards. And that's how far ahead we're able to think.
Sorry, Jesus, this must be hard on you. Still, that doesn't mean we're going to lose out by not doing the same. Instead of focusing on the way things might be, we should focus on here and now, what we can do to change things. If we do, I'm sure the future we want will fall into place, wouldn't you agree?
Well, I won't disagree.
So what if we're thinking 3 moves ahead? Then it all falls apart if we do something to shake up their plans. And that's just what we'll do. We'll get to the future we want.
To think you're capable of such positivity so soon. I suppose you still have much more of a capacity for it than I do. I want you back to your usual self as soon as possible, Rian. We won't be able to secure this future of ours otherwise.
I'll see what I can do. The shopping complete, we locked their purchases back to the Courageous, stored them in a ship's hold, and went back into Ruhr. Okay, so that was juice.
A juice.
Hey, you doing anything?
I'm on my way back to the mansion. Try as I might to bring Lady Annabelle home. She's not having any of it. I'm still shocked by how much she's changed since I last saw her. She was never so selfish before. I don't know how I'm going to avoid telling her father about all of this.
Huh, so Annabelle is around here. Oh crap, I am gonna bet she's got some sort of side quest hidden somewhere. Also wait, aren't you from Celtic? Hey, stop!
I almost fell over when I heard what Marcus Ragnar decided to proclaim neutrality. Now what he has, though, I know he'll stand by it. He's a man of his word if nothing else. And yet if he does, the provincial army will fall in line too. Looks like we can finally rest easy.
Okay, I guess you're not that person.
I guess the Asingard pretty much stuck in the Ruhr station for the time being. Well, better stuck under under Alliance's control, right? Now that I think about it, I never went and got what I left in there a while ago. Maybe I should grab it before it starts running again.
Maybe I should tag along. It'd be kind of cool to take a look around inside, too. Get into that. Mind if I join you, Miri? We didn't exactly get to look around last time we were in there, and to be honest, I'd kind of like to.
I'm not stopping you. You know what, Zafie? Let's roll.
I spoke to the RMP officers guarding the station and were granted permission to step aboard the Eisengraph. Once inside, we went straight to the front carriage, and Millium found what she was looking for on the entire engine room's dashboard. Oh, it's a stuffed bear. Pretty big one, too.
He's awesome, isn't he? Grams bought him for me a while back as a reward for completing the mission.
He did? I'm having a hard time imagining Chancellor Osborne buying someone something as cute as a present. Yeah, can you imagine that scary man just walking into a shop and buying a giant bear and walking out with it? It'll probably be like, what the hell is this all about?
Yeah, I guess he didn't seem like a type, huh? He probably bought it for me on a whim.
Oh, I wasn't trying to suggest he was a cold-hearted person or anything. But he kinda was.
Hey, while we're here, you wanna go do some exploring? I bet the chairs in here are way softer than any sofa you've ever tried.
Sure, why not? Still, we're putting the RMP out, remember? We can't spend too long in here. Oh, she'll let us go. I thought she was just gonna sit there, holding it at all times. Man, you weren't kidding. These really are comfy. It was a gift from the Emperor, though. It's no wonder what they'd be so ritzy.
I know, right? I'm jealous of how much he got to use it, too. He got to live it up on his way to a conference in Crossbow.
Oh yeah, Prince Oliver and Tao were on board for that trip, too.
What's up?
Nothing, I was just thinking about how this train lost its master. Same way you, Captain Claire, and the other Ironbloods have.
Oh, that's true. Guess he can't really live it up anymore if he's dead, huh? Nothing we can do about it, though. Crow outsmarted him, and that's that. Still can't believe he actually managed to kill him.
I wasn't expecting you to be able to talk about him so impartially. I mean, if you're upset about it, there's no need to force yourself not to let it show, you know.
Why would I be?
When Dad was shot by Jaeger, I was beside myself with worry and anger. And the Chancellor was like a father to all of you, wasn't he? So I'm just saying, there's no need to force yourself to seem happy. If you need a shoulder to cry on,
Sorry, I really didn't know what you mean. What's it like to cry, anyway?
What? What do you mean, what's it like to cry? Surely you've done it before, everyone has.
I'm asking you because I seriously don't know.
Wait, you serious? You've never cried, not once?
I guess not. I felt moved when reading books and felt kinda lonely when someone wasn't there anymore. But being so upset about something with tears come out of your eyes just seems kind of alien to me.
How? She's never cried? Never? She's younger than the rest of us, but by her age, most people have done it more than we can count.
Huh? What do you go quiet for? I still don't know about the stuff about V. Cheer up, okay? It's not fun if you're all gloomy like this.
No, it's okay. I was just having a hard time processing what you were saying. I just want you to remember one thing. To all of us in Class 7, you're both a classmate and a friend. If anything were to happen to you, all of us would be incredibly upset, enough to cry a lot. Just remember that.
Okay, I still don't know what you're trying to say, but I'll keep it in mind. I really like of you guys too. And come on, with how reckless you are, you're gonna run into trouble way before I do.
Fair point. I'll be careful. She does have a point. After we finished talking, the two left for Eisengraf, stuffed bear in hand. And I remember she's just gonna sit there with it. Yeah, there we go. She's with a bear. Okay, so Emma now. Hey.
The city is so amazing that I almost can't take it all in. It's not so much as a different city as it is a different world. Nothing is familiar. I know a lot of our classmates feel this way, but I grew up in such a rural area I can hardly believe what I'm looking at.
Yeah, I felt the same way the first time I was here. It's a far cry from Ymir, that's for sure. Still, while you're here, why not walk around and take in the sights? It's a bit intimidating, but there's a lot to see.
That sounds like a fun idea. And Reen, I know it's hard, but I hope things get better for you soon.
Thanks, Emma. I hope so too. Maybe you should appreciate a guide. Ruhr is a big place after all. How about I give you a guided tour of a place? I've been here before, so I should be able to give you a decent one at least. Not at least a great, but still.
Are you sure you won't mind? I'd love that. What a strange sensation.
The idea of moving staircases is incredible, isn't it? True enough. This isn't the only one on the continent either. There's over in Libern has it too. I won't be surprised if we were introduced to other places in Liburnia too. Okay, that was really fast. I couldn't skip the dialogue. It was just playing on its own pace.
What's the big structure over there?
An orbital generator, apparently. They provided the energy what this town and its factories need to work. I've heard that they had plans to make more of them too, or at least they had plans. I'm guessing what they've put on hold until the Rainford company is fully reorganized again.
It's amazing what technology like this actually exists. It's like magic in a way.
Rin continued to show Emma around the city, focusing primarily on the things one couldn't find anywhere else. Eventually their tour came to an end, and they decided to stop for a rest.
There's so much to take in here, but my head is still spinning. Every time I thought I'd seen all there was to see, you led me to something else that was even more incredible.
That's the same way I felt the first time I was here. It gets even more incredible when you realize that in a few decades, places that look like this could be the norm.
You may be right, especially with the way technology is always advancing. It reminds me of something I read in a book once. It said, technology what is beyond the comprehension of the observer is indistinguishable from magic.
That's one way to look at it, sure.
But if that is the case, where does it leave witches like me? If people develop new technologies, it's embraced with open arms, but our equally convenient magic is feared as heretical. That's why we're forced to live in the shadows, hiding both our existence and our powers away from the people. Is that the only reason we exist? To fulfill duties what nobody even knows about while the world leaves us behind?
Sorry, Emma, I never realized you felt that way.
No, not at all. I'm the one who should be sorry. I didn't mean to ramble with you like this. You're shouldering a far heavier burden than I am right now. You know a person's worries are the last thing you need. Even more so when my duty as a witch is to support you. I'm sure Grandmother and Celine would be very annoyed at me right now.
You don't have anything to be sorry for. Honestly, all of your concerns make sense to me. I don't think anyone exists just to fulfill some arbitrary set of duties, especially you.
You really think so?
Sure, you're a witch, but that doesn't have to define who you are as a person. To us, you're Emma, our class president, and our friend, who also just so happens to be a witch. Nobody gets to pick how we're born, but everyone deserves to choose how they want to live their life.
I suppose you're right.
So don't let being a witch force you into dedicating your life to fulfilling your duties or whatever. Focus on finding something you want to do. We're all here to help you do that, you know that, right? You're not alone. I don't think anyone else in our class has figured out exactly how to live their life either.
When you put it that way... There's no supposing about it, is there? You're right. Thank you, Rin. It might not be easy to find something I want to do for myself, but maybe it's time that I start thinking long and hard about it. If I run into any difficulties, though, you'll be the first person I come to for support.
Whenever you need it, I'll be there. Yeah, I kind of thought about this after doing this, and yeah, it's kind of depressing when you think about it. Technology keeps advancing, and I don't know, witch's magic becomes kind of obsolete when you think about it. Like in this world, it's real, so they are shunned, and basically their entire existence is like an affront for a ton of people. But technology, on the other hand, is completely embraced. They can't help but feel inferior.
This town may be made of steel, but its people are not. To see them find and understand each other moves me to tears. I'm so proud of all of you. Do you hope to become preachers of love as well?
Yeah. Okay, so who's next? Okay, let's just go to a rep store. Okay, so who's here? Ooh, a shop. Let's check out. Hey, what you got? IP charge, I got all that. Master quartz, nothing. And nothing else. Okay, that's not a lot of stuff. Hey. Okay, this is the characters I didn't do yet. That doesn't sound right.
This is my first time seeing Ruhr. I must admit, I'm very impressed. My expectations were high given the Rhineford Company's presence here, but I can safely say they've been shattered. I think this single shop alone has more types of horrible goods than the entirety of the Gram. I feel kind of like a child in a candy store, to be honest. There's so much I want to look at while I'm here.
I could go for some window shopping. Mind if we look around together? I feel like shelves full of stuff to take your mind off things.
By all means. Let's see what this place has to offer.
Yeah, I don't think the microphone picks up with drilling. Some neighbor is drilling something, and yeah, it's kind of annoying.
So this is an orbital refrigerator.
Ooh, that's a thing? I didn't know about that. That was never mentioned before. Actually, that makes me wonder, how did they keep the food before refrigerators?
So this is an orbital refrigerator. I noticed there was a large one in Courageous Kitchen, but I wasn't entirely sure what it was at the time.
Oh, now that you mention it, we do have one aboard, don't we? Being able to just stick food in there and have it stay fresh for a day is pretty awesome.
So it is. I wouldn't mind having one for myself when I want to prepare a boxed lunch. How much does one cost?
It's probably an obscene amount of cash.
Maybe I'll consider one when my skill in cooking improves enough to justify the expenditure. Let's go look at something else.
Right, she actually seems pretty disappointed she can't get one.
Come on,
could I just give her money? I have infinite money, right? Could I just buy one?
What's this? The design is rather avant-garde.
Says here what's called an orbital vacuum cleaner. You press a button on it and it'll suck up dust and crumbs. So it's like an orbital version of a broom, I guess.
Ah, that does sound pretty convenient. I'd like to give it a try. Let's see.
Laura carefully pressed the button on the vacuum cleaner. I don't think you're supposed to just turn on the appliances in the store like that.
Sorry, I guess curiosity got the better of me. I suppose I should turn it off then. Is this a button you press to do that?
Oh, it's gonna be a round button, isn't it?
I said vibrating even louder and more forcefully.
Excuse me, miss.
All he certainly seemed none too pleased with this.
I'm sorry, Ian.
Don't worry about it. It's not often I see you get into trouble like that. I guess technology isn't your forte, huh?
Apparently not. I mean, I have an interest in it, but very little experience actually using it. I think I'd be able to use all the appliances here if I had the chance to learn well, just like I did with our combat ornaments. By the way, what are those?
They are orbital washing machines by the looks of it. You put your clothes in there and they'll wash them for you. Lisa had a few in her house, from what I remember.
Wow, that sure sounds convenient. Fascinating. I wonder how it works. Let me see.
Not again.
My apologies.
So which of these buttons turns it off?
This one? No, maybe this one?
How did she even do that? Please tell me you haven't done what I think you've done.
I'm afraid it appears I've broken it.
Excuse me, miss! Fortunately for Laura and Reen, the damage was much less severe than it looked, and they were able to repair the orbital washing machine. The employee was understandably furious, but thanks to their connection with Elisa, he was kind enough to overlook what happened. Okay, I think so far this is my favorite.
I can't believe I made such a blunder, not just once, but twice.
Well, at least we were able to fix it, right? All's well what ends well, I guess. Still, it really does feel like you were, born into a way of a sword.
You don't need to make my lack of domestic skills sound like some kind of Vidian quality. I'm also aware of areas where I came up short, and I took up cooking in an effort to become more refined, but I wasn't planning to admit that here.
Still, I'm glad I got the chance to see the side of you that no one else has really gotten to see. And hey, no one's good at everything. We've all got our weak spots.
Well, that's true, but you and I aren't so different in that regard, you know. All of us have our roles we're good at, fulfilling. And for those who we aren't, we need to learn to rely on others. I want you to promise me you won't try to shoulder everything yourself. All of us here are here with you to share the burden.
Huh, yeah, you're right. Thanks, Laura. Okay, that was kind of adorably funny. Okay, who's next? I think Elliot was close, right? Hey, wait, aren't you from a class?
Alright, that's the last of my business. That's the last of my business here for the time being. Preparations have been made, dotted lines have been signed. I've just got to get in contact with our capital office.
He looks awfully busy. I guess inviting him to join the Courageous can wait until after maintenance is done. So, how much for a fridge? Can I just gift it to Laura? I'm actually curious, how much would it cost? Alright, so, Elliot is right there. Okay, hey. Haven't interacted with him for a while.
I get some thinking about our field study here from earlier in the year. Sure, it was tough, but it was fun. And V was still alive.
Yeah, even if I did think he died back at the mine. Guess the news of V's actual death has probably reached Crow by now. I wonder how he's taken it. He probably doesn't give a crap.
Sorry, it was probably superb and sensitive of me to bring it up. Just try to cheer up, okay?
Elliot's definitely worried about me. Maybe we should hang out for a while.
I just got a great idea for something we can do together. Come with me, Reen.
What's going on now?
You'll find out soon enough. Let's go.
Elliot dragged Reen into the Rhineford building. And after he borrowed a few things, Elliot dragged him right back out again. It sort of looks like the same kind of orbital guitar I used back at the festival.
That's because it is. Both that and the keyboard were made by the Reinford company. Display models what they said they could use. But they said they could use them since playing them right out there would make for good advertising. Should be all turned up now. I've already got permission too, so shall we get started? Get started? Wait, you don't mean... I sure do. Let's play some music. Just you and me, putting on a concert in the middle of the street. You should probably call Tovar or someone to, sing and stuff.
Hold up, I want to turn the music sound up. Despite the sudden start, the two played with gusto, where focus entirely on both of their instruments and performance. A surprising number of Ruhr's residents has stopped to listen and clap for them too. All in all, it was a success. Whew, that was something.
Impressive work, Green. We went out of sync in a few spots and we missed a note or two.
Oh, not quite your tempo, huh?
But it was fun, wasn't it? It was for me at least.
Yeah, it was fun.
Just goes to show what music doesn't stop at giving strength to the listeners. The performance gets some too, I guess. I was every bit as happy there as I was when we performed at the festival. I'm a little biased, but I'd say playing yourself is even more fun than listening, to be honest. That's probably one of the reasons I just can't seem to give music up.
Thanks for inviting me to join you, Elliot.
This definitely helped me cheer up. You're very welcome. We'll have to do this again sometime if we can. With some time and practice. With some time to practice, hopefully. Not just us either, the whole class, just like back at the festival.
That sounds great. I hope we get enough chance to do something like that. The street concert complete, Reed and Elliot went back to Reinford HQ to return their instruments with smiles of elation on their faces. Elation. That doesn't sound right. Like, it's probably a normal word, but it just doesn't sound right to me. Okay, always get a user on escalator. That's the only way to go about this. Alright, so who's next? Fee at the airport. Okay, let's get to it. Hopefully the engine won't trigger, because you see, the mark is right there. Okay, no cutscenes yet, thankfully. Okay, Fee, where are you? Oh, there you are. Okay, that's really far. God damn it, Fee, you always pick the weirdest spots. She's probably napping too. She always does that. And there we go. Oh no, she's awake. She's looking at something. Mountains, I guess? There's not much to look at there. It's like if she looked lower, a bunch of boxes. This place is kind of huge. Anyway, hey. Heading back to a ship, Rian? Huh, not yet. No, not yet. I'm just wondering and trying to figure out what to do. If I really can't think of anything, I'll probably go check on Valamar and then laze around inside. I'm exhausted after everything that went down yesterday. Me too. It's hard to get what happened to V out of my head. He might have been our enemy, but he gave his condolences for our boss' death back at the mine, so it's hard to hate him. He did, didn't he? I almost forgot. I forgot! I guess it makes sense with him, not the only one who feels down after all that. Might do me some good to spend some time here with V since we're both here. Hey, mind if I hang out with you for a bit? I mean, if you think I'll get in the way, just tell me and I'll get going. Of course you won't. Stay here for as long as you like. Thanks, V. Oh. Cat. Huh? What's the kitten doing here? Meow. He doesn't look too happy. Maybe he's been separated from his mother. He's not wearing a collar, so I'm guessing he's a stray. Ian, don't worry, we've got some time before we need to head back. Let's see if we can reunite him with his mother, shall we? Okay, I'm not gonna meow. On the other hand, Rin and Fee started walking around the city, trying to find where the kitten's mother could be. Talking to the nun. Nun doesn't know anything. Looking around. Celine! Oh yeah, she probably could help with this, right? The kitten being astray, they assumed that finding his mother wasn't going to be an easy task, and they were completely right. Rin and Fee asked everyone they could, even Celine, and searched for the missing mother cat with every fiber of their being. In the end... over there. Huh, looks like we found our mother. Yep. Even without knowing what we're saying, it's obvious what we're family. Yeah, by the way, about that, there was actually a book about cat speak in Trails in the Sky, so like there were certain pauses, additional letters to meowing, and they all meant slightly different things. With that book, I think you could actually translate what we're saying. I know it's really silly, but I wonder if there's something like that in here. I'm just glad we were able to reunite these two. Me too. His mother must have been looking for him all this time. Nice to know his family didn't abandon him after all. Fee. Carrying him around reminded me of something, what happened the day the boss died. Just before he fell in battle too. What happened? He wanted to watch the battle between him and the Red Constellation leader, so we set up a camp nearby. All of a sudden Jaeger wandered into our camp, a girl about my age. Another Jaeger but young? Maybe a year older than me, I don't know. She'd come from Red Constellation's camp on the other side of the battlefield. All because she was chasing a stray cat. Hold on, she wandered into the enemy camp just before a battle? That seems like an incredibly bad idea. What happened? Oh, we didn't attack her or anything. We weren't exactly in the mood to start anything with us at that point either. So the two of us just talked while she played with the cat. Wow, I can hardly imagine having a casual conversation with an enemy just before your leaders fight to the death. It's also kind of depressing to think that there are other Jaegers your age out there too. I guess, we're not exactly rare. But she was really strong enough to lead the whole battalion in their corps. It was like she lived to be out there on the battlefield and killing. Loved fighting as much as anyone I'd ever seen. She's more a man-eating tiger than girl. Sounds like the two of you are total opposites. People tend to paint all the Jaegers with the same brush, but the more I talk to you, the more I realize how different they all are. I wonder what she's doing now. I wish she's okay though. She was strong enough that she'd be fine even if her family left her behind. That's in our way we're different. Unlike her, as soon as my family left me, I became a weak little girl who couldn't do anything for herself. There's more to strength than just proficiency in battle, you know. And even if there weren't, you've become a much better fighter since you joined Class 7. I've definitely seen big improvements since our first battle as a class. Maybe you're right. If I am though, it's because of all of you here to support me. There's no question about that. Hey, we all help each other improve and get stronger, both on the battlefield and off. You've helped every one of us. But we still got a room to grow, and at this rate we're going to need to do as much growing as we can. Yeah? Well, you got a point. But together we'll get strong enough to get through all of this. I know we will. Yeah, that was kind of depressing. The conversation at an end, they watched the two cats scurry off into the distance. Yeah, she's still my favorite member of Class 7. I mean, Sarah doesn't count as a member of Class 7, right? Okay, so... saving the best for last. Repair? I wonder what she's doing there. Also, I can't figure out how to get there. Let's just think about this. So, right now I'm here, so I need to go... in here, getting up there, and then in here. Okay, it actually doesn't show anybody inside. Yeah, there she is. Okay. Hey, got anything? Talk.
Things be getting back to usual around here, but I got looking into a little something for old Gwen. We both know about something going on in the shadows of this war, but outside of that, they're both in the dark. Can't exactly leave looking go looking into it right now, though. Gotta have to wait for things to settle down a bit.
Okay, so 99, 99, 0. Hue material 5. Oh, I'm not wasting hue material on that, are you kidding me? Okay, think... crap. Yeah, can't buy anything. It's either hue material or something else. Wow. I could just buy that. Why would I exchange it? Okay. Same thing. Right, quartz. Also hue material. God damn, what hue material? What the hell even is that stuff? Anyway, yeah, hello. Jackass is doing some maintenance on my orbital gun for me. With a name like that, I wasn't sure what to expect when Alyssa introduced me to him, but he seems like he really knows his stuff. I just wish he had a bit more of a refined, dandish aura about him, sort of like Vin, then he'd be more my type. Inside of your head must be a terrifying place to live. You have no idea, Reen. All kidding aside though, you should take this chance to make sure all your gear is in good shape. There's no telling what you'll need to put it, when you'll need to put it through some hard use, and it always pays to be prepared. Maybe I should take this chance to have a look around here too. I just did. Say, would you mind if I hang around here with you until your maintenance is finished up? Now that I look around, there seems to be a lot of things here worth checking out. You can if you want, but I think what you really need is something else. Oh, what do you mean by that? Get your sword ready. As soon as he's finished with my gun, there's somewhere I want to take you. I thought it was gonna be perverted. Come on. It turned out that somewhere ended up being North Shore Highway. Alrighty. I don't think anyone's gonna come barging in and disturbing us all the way out here. Yeah, I doubt it. But why did you bring me here in the first place? Oh, come on, let's solve this. You told me not to forget my sword, so I'm guessing it's not the date. Ah, damn. Well, you know, maybe it's a special date where you need a sword. You never been on a sour date. Anyway, I hope you're ready to get all hot and heavy with me. Oh, baby. As we pour ourselves into no holds barred combat training. Are you kidding me? And this time, I'm not gonna hold anything back, so you'd better be ready. I want you to fight me like your life depends on it. Because you can live this little excursion in one of two ways, walking with your head held high or on a stretcher. I don't know what brought this on, but I can see this isn't one of your usual gags. In that case, I accept your challenge. You'll get only my best today. Change your hairstyle? So begin the intense battle.
True to her word, Sarah came at Reen with all the fury of a raging storm. Despite bringing the best of his skill to bear, he was just barely able to withstand her assaults.
How are you so strong? So this is what it's like when you're not pulling your punches, huh?
Damn straight. Well, it's not a nice place, it's not a fair place, but I fought tooth and nail for my place in it anyway. Well, it takes from you too. I've always lost count of how many replaceable things it's taken from me. So many friends, allies. I don't even have a homeland to call my own now.
Instructor?
But I did whatever I had to keep on living no matter what. And I stand before you now as the sum of those ugly, painful experiences. Life will knock you down and over again. But if you rise just one more time, that makes you a victor. That's something I've kept on believing, and seeing you students give it your all has only strengthened that belief. That's why I've decided, what everything life has taught me in the School of Hard Knocks, I'm going to teach you. Not through words or lessons or fancy platitudes, but through battle.
I'm ready to learn. You might have gotten the better of me before, but I'm ready for round 2 anytime.
Attaboy. Let's not waste time chit-chatting, then. You ready?
We resumed their battle, and the intense training continued.
Reen focused everything on the fight, fending off Instructor Sarah's onslaught as best he could. And after a long, difficult fight...
looks like neither of us has the energy to go another round. Guess we'll have to call this one a draw, but at the very least I'd say we got in some good training. Well fought, Reen. It's kind of scary how strong you are, though. It was all I could do to keep you at bay. I didn't even get a proper hit on you in the end. You could have, though. All you would have had to do is fire that gun of yours. Wait, he has a gun? What? And you should have, since, you know, I specifically told you to fight like your life depended on it. But, just messing with you. That consideration you always show for others, it's part of what makes you strong. I know you're still beating yourself up over what happened yesterday, and that's totally understandable. But at the end of the day, you've gotta get past it and move on. No one can do that for you. But you will, though, I have no doubt about that. So just keep your chin up and your gaze forward, I guess. Thanks, instructor. I'll try at least. A lot of people are counting on me, and I don't want to let them down. Damn. That was serious. I didn't want serious with Sarah. Come on. The two stayed and rested for a while to get their strength back, and once they felt better, they walked together back to Ruhr. Ooh, nice level up. Rush 2. Ooh. Wonder what that does. Because I'm not exactly sure. Hold up. Melee? Okay, yeah, Rush 2. Increases the power of Rush. Oh wait, is that that thing you do with more bravery points? Okay. If that's the case, then I guess that's kind of good. Alright, so I suppose I said it, right? Yeah, all the social links done. And I can't actually interact with Angelica or Sharon. But I could talk to Celine, but that's not a social link.